Hey everyone, this is another episode of Funnel Fails. So we will be taking a random walk down Facebook and looking at certain people's sales funnels. Let's check this one out. The first thing I always look at, as you may know, priority VA. So they don't have any, they have 4 likes, no comments, no shares. So obviously this is a brand new ad. But notice how they open up with a question. This is called a pattern interrupt because we want you to stop scrolling and think about our question. But to be honest with you, this doesn't do anything for me. The half face, the ad, I don't know. You'll see free guide. I mean, free is almost worn out these days. Everyone talks about free. But let's go look at their funnel. Okay. All right, this is, maybe you've heard me say this before, and I almost could have read this before I clicked on this ad. You cannot give people all of these options. You can't tell people, how can we help, case studies, blog, resources. You are sending people from a social media website where they didn't come on social media to see your ad. They came on social media to see what their friends are doing. However, you interrupted them. Perhaps you got their attention, and now you send them to this. And you give them all these different links and all this different information. This is very bad. You might as well take your money, light it on fire, and figure out how to make some more. I'm going to stop spending time on this. But the whole point of these videos is to teach you guys what not to do. And this is obviously the first ad I went to, and this is really bad. So I apologize in advance if this is your ad and I'm reviewing it, but this is horrendous, and you should probably send me a thank you note, a handwritten thank you note, because I'm saving you a lot of money if you'll stop running this ad. I'm going to go to a different ad now, guys. Okay. You look at the right-hand column, and you can tell where I've been going on my personal browser. So GoDaddy, I spend a lot of time over there. AppSumo, I spend time over there. They have great retargeting. Let's look for some more ads though, guys. Okay, so still scrolling. What is with all these GIFs? Stop putting all these GIFs. Okay, so here's another ad from Peter about how I build a sales team that closes $80,000 a month in only 6 weeks. Free training. I really don't understand this image. Stop taking sales calls. So he has 22 likes. 1 comment, 3 shares, onlinesalesteam.com. Maybe I'm just not getting it, but I don't understand what message he's trying to convey here, guys. And if I don't get it, I'm pretty smart. If I don't get it, then no one else is going to get it either. So let's go see what we're doing. Okay. All in all, I actually like this part. So how I built. Everybody wants to know how and then this is the orange button. This is beautiful. That's the right color. However, guys, I continue to tell you all this. You cannot just expect people to know that they click on this button right here where my mouse is. You can't expect them to know that. You need to tell them specifically, click here. We saw our conversions raise exponentially when we put click here to register as opposed to just register here. Okay, now they have this fake scarcity, which is a little countdown clock here. They're probably with ClickFunnels, which is the best in the business. So a little bit of information, privacy, contact us. Okay, all in all, this isn't too bad because at least he has a singular purpose. He's sending people to do one thing, pop up, put your information in, go to his web class. The only thing I would suggest is move this pop-up up a little bit, move it higher. Because on mobile, it's going to come down a lot lower and people won't see it. And guys, let's start spending a little more time on this stuff. Not act fast, webinar spots fill up. Let's spend a little more time on this. Let's be more creative. All right, let's go find some more. A couple more. Tony. This is my buddy Tony. He's crushing it right now in Tulum in Mexico. What does that have to do with funnel fails? Probably nothing. What are they asking here? ClickFunnels, the offer, the copy, these guys. A lot of people ask questions, ask advice, and most importantly, give advice, and they're not qualified to give advice, guys. You know, never trade places, or I'm sorry, never take advice from someone you wouldn't trade places with. There's so many people out there giving y'all advice, and they go home and they have linoleum on their floors. Don't do that, guys. Pay attention to people who are actually making money. Okay, let me scroll a little bit faster. Let's find another ad. Okay, Shailene. I've hacked Shailene several different times. I've given her some suggestions. Okay, let's find some more. Donald Trump. You guys are all over Donald Trump. Okay, so here's an ad. Attention, entrepreneur readers. How to get 10,000 fans. This is actually pretty cool. I like this so far. So it's a new ad. Hasn't been running very. Actually, 20,000 views. So learn more. I've talked about before. The learn more is usually not the best way. I like though that she has her text up here, and then she has a link, and then another link. So let's go check out her page. All right, guys, this is pretty good. So again, a singular purpose. This background image, though, I don't really know what it's telling us. I think the background image should be different. And again, yes, I want to get, so I know to click here, but other people don't know to click there, guys. So here's my point. You need to always tell people specifically what you want them to do. And if you want to test your landing pages, you need to go get a third grader, not a fifth grader. You need to go get a third grader and have a third grader look at your page and see if they can discover what they need to click on. Because they're not going to get this, guys. And you're overestimating the intelligence of your audience. You know, if you'll go back and you'll look at all the presidential elections that were won, the candidates who try to use big terminology, who try to use words with lots of syllables, didn't do too well. However, the candidates who spoke at a very elementary level, the candidates who could connect with a broader range of audience, are the ones who won. Anyhow, so I think you can do better in the copy here, and I think that we need to have a much better call to action. All right, let's go find some more. What else? What else? Fast Company. We'll do two more. Okay, so Cole Gordon. Want me to create your Facebook ads? You notice how they're putting the trademark on Facebook everywhere. Facebook is so unfair. Facebook is so unclear, unrealistic about how they run their ads. It's ridiculous, guys. That's why I run 99.999% of my ads on Instagram. But anyhow, this is a pretty good ad. The guy is having success. I know this is a brand new ad because he doesn't have any engagement on there. But let's check it out. And I mean, it's a dog with sunglasses. If you don't get clients, you don't pay. I like the guarantee there, but what the hell does this have to do with anything? At least it's a singular purpose. At least it has some arrows over here. This is a new plugin that a lot of us are using, showing that people are signing up. This is probably one of the higher converting landing pages, guys, as opposed to what you'll see other people doing. So Cole Gordon, I'm going to give you, out of 10 stars, I'm going to give you 8. This is a really good page. I haven't seen this move. I'm gonna go up to a 9.5 stars, Cole. I like this. Let's see what your pop-up looks like. Okay, you're not sending me to a pop-up. You're sending me straight to an appointment scheduler. Taking a few minutes to add. Okay. You know, I would qualify people a lot more before I would allow them to set an appointment with me, because you're going to have people all over the internet trying to set appointments with you. And first, you need to figure out their email list size. Next, you need to figure out what their monthly advertising budget is. And probably lastly, you need to figure out what their goals are. So don't just let anybody schedule an appointment with you. The number one resource you have, the only resource you have that you can never get more of, is your time. Because once it's spent, it's gone forever. Do not give people your time for free. Massive mistake. All right, one more. My buddy Gallant, follow Gallant. He's got some great stuff. Young guy out there working his butt off and dominating. There's nothing more inspiring than seeing young people who at one point in their life might have been off track, but eventually got on track and now is kicking ass. So my buddy Gallant, follow Gallant, he's killing it. All right, guys, one more ad. Let's see what we have. Hopefully we can close on a good one. Let's see, scrolling. All right, Rich Dad Education. And here's the thing. Probably a year ago, I might be a little intimidated to give Robert Kiyosaki, however you say his name, advice about internet marketing. However, I'm not intimidated now because most of these guys out there, they're doing it wrong. And so let's go see what he has to say, discover ways to potentially profit. They're hedging themselves. It's a brand new ad, guys. It hasn't been running that long. Well, I don't know. There's 4 likes and 30,000 views. So that already tells us something right there. Let's go check this ad out. Rich Dad Education. It's obviously a massive brand behind this. So they already have a lot of loyalty, credibility. They're doing a lot of changing in where they're sending us. All right, and what happened, what I thought was going to happen exactly happened. Robert Kiyosaki, this ad sucks. You wrote an amazing book. It was one of the first books I ever read in my life that taught me the difference between a liability and an asset, but your ad sucks. You can't drive people here. Look at all of these different options. When you give people all these options, you know what they choose? They choose nothing. And so that's what you're going to find. It needs to be very singular, very intentional, and you need to tell people specifically, I want you to do this. Not, I want you to look at my 3-day training, my elite training, my about us, my contacts. Do you want to come down and figure out what gifts you're going to get? Do you want to look at the 90,000 different links that are down here? You want to follow me on Google+? This is a huge mistake, guys. And this is why I said this. I swear on everything I love, I had no idea this ad was going to be this bad. But I know that a lot of these big-time marketers out there, or maybe not big-time marketers, big-time names are making massive mistakes. You don't know what you're doing. And I think that you have an amazing message that can change people's lives. However, the problem is you're given the message, you're directing it the wrong way. So let's get this stuff together. Follow some of Russell Brunson's content. Follow some of Frank Kern's content. Follow my content. We're going to tell you that you've got to be very lined in. You've got to be very articulate about how you're going to structure our offers, because if you're putting all this stuff out there, Psychology 101 tells you when someone has 10 decisions to make, they make none. When someone has 3 decisions to make, they'll make a choice. It's why restaurants that have 1,000 things in the menus go out of business, as opposed to a restaurant that doesn't give you as many choices survives. So this is a horrible ad. You have a great message. I'm sure you have. I know you have a great product, but a lot of things need to be changed here. Okay, guys, this is going to be the last, piece of funnel hacking I'll do for this episode. I hope you learned something, but most importantly, I hope you'll take the guidance and the advice that I give you and go out there and look at your own sales funnels and implement what I'm talking about. Trust me, my strategies work. My strategies get results because as I consistently say, efforts will never pay your bills. Results do.